64.
Yeah,
63.
so it is. Do anybody want to start with any question or remark or testimonial?
Only that I've fixed the questionnaire on Sunday. It was 2 tries, but now I tried it really to be really precise, and it's finished now, so everybody can use it.
For your list?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Do you want to?
No, we did have a problem with the tests, not actually doing the scan, but that's pushed out with the latest release, right?
I'm not sure. In the beta, maybe not. In the release, it should be okay, but in the meta, maybe it's still on the list of things to check before it becomes a release. But there is a lot of open parts in this beta, so it might be leaking some bugs while it's not the official release.
Well, we actually have spent 3 days with our power users, or basically 2 of them, Paul in South Africa and Michael in Germany, and we went through a lot of the kind of like small little niggly issues, whereas if you look at them in isolation, it's not an issue, but you add 5 of them together in the one session and it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
So we have literally ironed out so many of them. And we have a call with Dan today, and I think actually the next big call we'd like to do would be with Laura, because she's very much from a pro's perspective to actually share reports and things like that. So maybe I could get you to do that with me maybe tomorrow, Laura.
I'm sorry, to get me to do what?
To actually step through the product with me on a share screen, to actually just find all of your pain points and all of your frustrations, and we'll try to do it in the course of an hour, just so we can actually pick up the bugs.
To be very like frank, like my computer, I don't really have that many problems with it at all. It's the phone app that I get so many complaints on from my clients, but honestly, the computer, like I listen to it every day and every night, or every night and every morning. It always seems to work for me for the most part.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, I call you, and it's usually an update or something simple. So I don't know what's up with the app, but the computer, honestly, I think, but I do have clients.
Well, you'll see, maybe Medrick can show you today the new kind of subscription flow on the iOS and the
Not really. It still needs some work. Yeah, we are working on the onboarding for the app, which was quite neglected until now. But the idea is that we need people coming from nowhere to be able to understand the basic concept of the app and to personalize the app with a few questions. So that will be part of the next release, especially on mobile phones. But Laura, yes, if your clients have some specific issues or things that doesn't work as it should, especially on mobile, we are in the process of killing any bugs. So it will help to know what bugs are still there. I know you sent a ticket some days ago about still harmonic boosts stopping at random places, which should not arrive now because we are checking that all the audio files are actually valid before launching. So we still have to find the reason why it stops. But I think we are doing quite a very good job at killing bugs right now, and it's important that all bugs are killed before we do the real wide release. So anyway, the next update will include the new onboarding system. Do you think it's worth starting showing it now?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's cool. Yeah. You could even maybe show it from an iPhone perspective, if you collapse your screen a little bit.
I can try and do that.
Kat, if you go to biocoherence.net/beta, you'll get the latest beta release, which is 0.18. The one you're talking about is on /install, which is 0.12. So if you want to work with the latest one.
Yeah, with the caution that the current beta is actually a beta, and it might have some little bugs because we are currently testing it. So if for anybody installing a beta, if you install the beta, keep the official install on hand, and you can always downgrade. So if you install the beta on it, for whatever reason, one of the functions that you need to use doesn't work, you can always install a former version on top of it, and it will just revert to the former version. So that's true for anything related to beta installations. There is nothing that prevents you to install a former version if anything goes wrong with the beta. So I don't know, do you want me to show that? So just a general idea, when you launch the app for the first time, so you can now have it if you click on Make BioCoherence Yours from the settings, and this is the onboarding flow that we are working currently to personalize the app for users. And it will be available for even for users that didn't already create an account. So first thing, of course, we ask for the name. Then we will ask if you are a personal user or if you are a professional, or both. Of course, you can check both. If you are interested in recommendation for men, women, or all. And then you will start. You remember last week I've shown you that you can actually personalize the basic program recommendations, and I told you it will be nicer soon, and that is soon. So the idea is that you check some interests you have on energy, and it immediately starts giving you some things that are related to your actual interests. So for instance, I checked balance, so I have a testimony that is related to energy balance. Then I will have a medical study that is related to frequency healing and working on, for instance, recovery, because I checked recovery. So it will give me only things that are related to my actual interests. And the last thing it will give us is one basic program in the basic program catalog that is again the same keywords. And then we continue with body. So we will use the tags that are related to everything related to the body programs. So for instance, we could check, I don't know, respiratory allergies, detox, healing. And we have the same system. We have one testimony about healing. Okay, fine. One science about healing and binaural bits. One basic program about lymphatic drainage, okay, because I checked detox. So you see, it's a fun way to understand everything that the app can do for you. And the goal is to enroll new users that don't really know yet BioCoherence, because right now we are on a population of users that come from user pros. But what we want to do is to get new users that come from the general public and that will then go to user pros, but that start with the app and then want to upgrade with pros. Mood and drive. So the mind, same principle, keyword, testimony, a study on sleep clarity, for instance, basic programs, and we introduce the fact that you can do some specific programs, explorations. Then we introduce adventures. So do you feel adventurous? Yes or no? So if yes, you check one of the categories and you will get some recommendations. If no, you don't check anything and you just skip to the next part. So same principle, one testimony, one scientific study, and one basic program. And each time you can just add the basic program into your favorites for later. Then animals. Do you have an animal? If you do have one, you can check some categories, but if you don't check anything and it will just skip the part. Now, what devices do you have? Okay, do you have a sensor? If you click yes, it will prompt you for the Bluetooth authorization at that point only, okay? If you click no, it will tell you that you can buy one through the local distributors. So it will open the distributors page. Same for the harmonizer. If you have one, it will ask for Bluetooth. If you don't have, it will prompt you to buy one through a distributor. Now it will set up your journaling system. And for that, it will ask you at what time in the morning you want to be reminded of your program. So you can just change the time by clicking on it. And it will ask you at what time in the evening you want to be reminded of your evening program. So when you click on please notify me, it will ask for the notification authorization at that moment. And you can just click on the time to change the time at the evening when you want to enter the evening program. Now, what are your main goals? So I want to connect with Pro. I want to balance my energy. I want to enhance my results, manage family members, maybe, using a professional setting, maybe. Okay, so everything you check here will direct us to prompt you towards a specific subscription. You learn at this point that you can get an email to install BioCoherence on other devices and use the cloud. And you can start receiving some emails, in particular the introduction videos that Stephen did and that we are in the process of finishing, so that new users will get one video each day for 7 days. That is between 3 and 5 minutes each video. And it introduces the users to all the global concepts that we developed into BioCoherence. So right now we finished the onboarding videos for general users, and we will start doing the onboarding videos for professionals, which will probably be longer, like maybe even 30 days, I don't know. So if you check introduction video, you immediately receive an email. You can subscribe to updates on new features. You can subscribe to the weekly webinar that we are currently doing. And you can even subscribe to notification when the webinar is starting, so that we can just, in one click, you get a notification. The weekly webinar is about to start. You click on it, it launches the webinar place, and that's all. Now it will compute some personal page for you. You can allow the AI helpers, and you can click on them to get introduced to some of the helpers to know who they are. So at that point, we will introduce the existence of the AI helpers, and you get your first card. So these cards are what we used to call the treasures, and we renamed finally to the deck, because it's all cards. And I had the idea to make a general history of everything that you did into the app, but just a history was a bit boring. So the better idea we had is that once you complete some actions in the app, you receive some new collectible cards like that. And these cards are just going onto your deck. And so when you click on it, you get this card, and then it will appear in your history of everything you did in the app. And when you finish a basic program, you get the card of the basic program. When you start and you finish your 21-day exploration, you get some cards at specific points, and you get the cards related to your own 21-day exploration, and you will get the whole history of everything you did into the app in a nice stack of cards that we will call the deck. So this is in the process of gamifying the app and giving some perks to the user to stay engaged. And when you go back, you just go back to your own homepage. And if you are not subscribed, you will get a prompt to get the subscription that is adapted to what you answered during this onboarding process. So that's it for the onboarding. We still have a lot of things to iron on this process, but I think it might be nice for new users to feel welcomed into the app through this process. what did
Yeah,
we
that's
change?
great.
We fixed a lot of little bugs that we didn't really realize, but that we realized when we saw you use the app and see little bugs that we didn't identify. So that will be part of the new updates too. Was this demo on an iPhone screen? Yes, it's the size that you have on an iPhone screen, but it's in fact my desktop screen, because if you resize the app, it will directly adapt, you see? So on the size of a desktop, you will get the left menu, you will get things like that. But if you actually take your desktop and you shrink it like that, it looks like what you have on a mobile phone screen. It would be exactly the same. One other thing we are developing right now, if you scroll under the app and you have enhanced, and you have allowed some of the experimental features, you will start seeing the community news. And so this community news, you can write on it as prose, but we also have a lot of articles that will be done by the AI helpers. And we are in the process of generating hundreds of very specialized, or maybe thousands of very specialized articles that will more appear on internet, so that when people do specific searches on Google or Bing or anything like that, or even in ChatGPT, when they have some very specific questions, we want to be into these results. So we are in the process of generating a lot of such contents, which are still in French because I was in French before that. So everything is translated into our 21 languages. But these posts are really interesting. And of course, this is a way for you to showcase your specialties. So you can start writing any post, and you will be put in front before the AI, of course. So you just click on the plus here, and you can start posting something directly from within the app. So if you already have a blog or a Facebook page or anything where you have content, you can just copy this content and paste it here, and it will start building your page. And when someone will click on your name, we will see your page and all of your posts, and we will be able to follow or unfollow you directly from here. So this is the start of building this safe space social networks that I want to build around BioCoherence. It will be available in the app, and it will be available in a separate website, which is called coherence.today on the general internet. So this is a way for you to get some visibility, to show what you know to do, and to be found by users that come into BioCoherence and don't have a pro or don't know you, and find a way to know you, to get to know you. Okay.
Where was that located, Patrick, where you can put your articles in and whatnot?
Yeah, okay, so you go to your settings page, and you can click directly on My Social Posts.
Okay.
And if you want to have them on your homepage, you have to go to experimental function and check sequencing 10, which is a social platform. Okay. But right now, if you go to settings and you click on My Social Post, you will come into your social media homepage, so to say. And so you can create two kind of things. Right now, you can create posts. So you just click on the plus and you can write a post with some basic layout, a title, a link to anything, to your website, and one or several images. And you can create what we call the showcase. And this showcase, when you click on it, would show something in full screen with many screens. So it's the kind of same things that you find under stories on Facebook or Instagram or things like that. But it's more to show you, for you to show some products, to show your office, to show your books, your offers, and I don't know, anything. And so you can put as much as you want. So you just click on plus, and it's the same principle, but you would probably put many images and just a little bit of text. And you can say, hey, this is the products I make, or this is my office, or or I don't know, this is something that a user said about me. So this is something that will always be on top of your social media homepage. So this is a place for you. This is a place for every user, distributor, or professional to just show who you are to the general public. And one of the options that will be is that right now you can just publish, but we will add the option to publish only into the app, or to publish in only on the public website, or to publish on both. Because sometimes you want to publish some information that is only for users of the app, and sometimes you want it to be available to the whole internet. Again, this is, well, I see that as a safe space, like a social media that is only dedicated to self-development and health and everything that we relate to into BioCoherence. My idea is that when you open a social media, you get into a specific mood. And so this social media that is called Coherence today should be when you are in the mood of getting better in your head or in your body or getting more energy. You open this and you meet the pros that can write this. And by the way, when something is written, everybody can react. So if I go back, yes, here, for instance, you see that you can actually reply and reply to the replies and so on. So if you want to reply, you just post something. This is not very nice right now. It will be better when it's actually released. But you can like, you can reply, you can share it. I should be on a, when you are on a mobile phone, you can share it directly, and you can open it on the public website. And again, you don't see it because you don't see my whole screen. So from that, you can share to the other social media that you can maybe have. I want to give you some tools so that you can primarily write here and then republish that onto your Facebook or your Instagram or anything that you usually use with your clients, or maybe your LinkedIn. I don't know. Okay. What else? I've added something in the journaling system. I want to, as you maybe saw into the onboarding, it's very cool that I made this onboarding because it really made me focus on what is needed for general users that come for the first time into the app. And I think one of the important things in using the app is getting these notifications at the right time to say, hey, it's time for you to make your evening program, for instance, or in the morning, hey, it's time to start your day in a good way. And so this notification should become something that make you into the mood of using BioCoherence every day to get better. And one of the things I've added for that is that when you click here, you now have just one easy question. How do you feel right now? This is something that we will probably more develop. Like when you open the app, how do you feel right now? And you just click on one of these icons. And it will help you track your mood or your general health every day, you know? And that's another interesting thing, I think. And so you can still add a metric, and if you want to add something to your tracking list. But this basic metric will be now integrated directly. And I think that's what I wanted to show you. What do you think of all this?
Very nice.
I like the onboarding because that's definitely something when you're trying to get someone going and get them. So having them have the opportunities to ask those questions or answer those questions and get it geared toward them, I think is wonderful.
Yeah. It serves two purposes. One is to get users acquired with what you can do with the app as quickly as possible. And the other one is to really get the app personalized for the users so that when they finish the onboarding, they get into a space where they feel it's really dedicated to what they want to do right now. And so we still have some work on it. It's actually a big work to do proper onboarding, but I think I still have to focus on the pro onboarding. As I said, we have to do these videos and we have to still personalize some of the questions for the pros and so on. We have some different use cases to do. Right now, it's more focused on users that start the app for the first time, but we have to still take into account the three entry points that we have. It's new users without an account, it's users with an existing account, and it's users with an invitation code. And in these three different cases, we will have slightly different routes into it, because if you have a login, I will ask for the login right now. And when we know the login, we know if there is already a subscription that is attached to it. So the question might be a little bit different. And we can also fetch your preferences from your other systems, so we don't have to ask for it again, etc., etc. So it's actually a path that will be personalized a lot in these different situations.
Can I offer a suggestion of maybe
Yep.
doing the free ones?
Yes.
Like the depression, anxiety, pain, I feel ill. Maybe if you have, I don't know if you have statistics on what is used most, and then keep those on the app for free for like 21 to like 3 months or something, where people really can use them on the regular. And then, because I've sold that so many times just by letting them listen to the depression one or whatever. Like I did yesterday, I think I have a client that is depressed, and as I was playing it while we were sitting here, I could visibly see her getting better. And so when that happens, then it will sell itself.
Okay.
And I think more than like once or twice needs to be considered.
Oh, okay, because right now my idea was just once and try or twice if you don't create any account, so that you can just play it once and say, okay, I will create an account to play more, and maybe adjust the subscription to 1 week free. You know, you can do that with Apple or so. So when people subscribe, they have 7 days of a free trial, and it's only paying after the 7 days. So it would be 7 days with a full access to everything. So I think it's probably a good idea. After that, maybe we can give some specific invitation codes for you to use with your clients if you want to make this use of giving them more.
I just know that an at like 21 days changes and what do you call it? A habit into. So like now I can't go to sleep without the frequencies. Like it just doesn't happen. So it's like part of my world now.
Okay, it's actually a good idea, because what I wanted to do is to give each time people get a card, they get something free, and I really don't know what to give for free. And so maybe the first card that they get, which is Curious Mind, could go with 2 or 3 free basic programs that you can do during 1 month. It would maybe be a good idea. And so the most important ones, or maybe you pick one, and you get this one that you can play as much as you want, even without subscribing. That could be a good idea.
Well, I know like the teething one is very important. The autistic one for their kids is good. And the I feel sick. Those are the 3 ones that I've found that are like.
Which one was the first one?
They call and ask for them back. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I can't find it. My kid's teething. I really need it. And
what's the first one? Teasing?
The autism one and the teething. Like the teething is something that happens, like for just a short period of time. It's not something that you need.
The autistic one too, I've had people tend to like that. That seems to be pretty profound for that it works really well as well.
Getting kids to start talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the third one? Sorry. Autism.
I feel sick.
I think yeah.
I can't remember which one that is. I Feel Sick, I think it's what it's called.
Okay, so maybe I have to add something fun at the end of the card, like you get some presents, and when people click on the presents, they could maybe choose a pack of, or maybe choose 1 or 2 or 3 free basic programs amongst a selection of the most interesting ones. That would be a good idea.
Good to be able to share it with other people, like to encourage them. You know how YouTube is always like share, subscribe, hit, share, whatever like that, like to share it so that other people, like mothers know kids, they're like, holy crap, this works, try this. Like if you shared, you get like, if you share with 3 people, you get a month free. Cause I have clients that are talk about me all the time and then get me more clients. And that's like the best recommendation is from other people. Mm-hmm.
I've had emotional relaxation.
Yeah.
Without them even knowing it, I was playing it when I was doing tables, and that brought people in. They just sensed it and didn't know what it was until I told them.
A good idea, Dan. So you played it while you were sitting at your table?
And I didn't play the sound. I used my my plasma fire globes.
Sure.
And, they felt it, just walking in the door, and then they felt it. They didn't know, and then they figured out that, oh, it's leading me somewhere. So they would end up at my table. The Birkeland currents and the globes would catch their eyes, and then that would, anyway, it worked well.
Okay, thanks, Laura. It's a very good idea. So I think each time you get a card, you should get a present somehow, and this first present would be a free basic card, a free basic program. I mean, and if you share, you get another one. It's a good idea. I just have to find something to give to people that are already subscribed.
3 months.
Yeah.
Like, and I know like people like free.
Yeah. I don't know.
The me versions, or me versions, give them a free scan. I mean, a scan. They don't, no scan. They don't have to pay for it. Maybe not a whole month.
Yeah.
The scan is the same price as a month. Well, actually, scans more a month than me play.
Now we can give a free exploration pass. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's better because they see the value of so a free unlock. Okay, cool. We have many presents to give. Okay, good idea.
Because I've got the latest version, and I'm looking at how do I get to the? Is that only for when I start up? What you just showed us, the demo? Because I'm on my homepage.
No, okay, you can actually do it. You can actually you go to settings, and you can click on make BioCoherence yours. And at that point, you will. Yeah, at that point you will see the flow for the onboarding.
One thing I'd like to suggest when I'm using some of the new features, and it pulls up the suggestions for the AI helpers, it doesn't tell you what their specialty is. The little icons down there, and then when you bring it up,
yes, it's true.
You need to have more than just the name. You need to have the heading.
It's true. Yeah. So you get it. So I guess that's it. Here you don't have the special key, but when you click on it, you see it here. But it's true, it could be here. It could be directly in the list.
Which one to click on?
Yeah, it's true. And by the way, they have a social page now that we have done this social media thing, because if you go back here and you click on one, so you see now as on a social network, you will be identified with a little pro badge, and the AI helpers will be identified with an AI helper badge. And if you go on their page, they actually have a profile with their posts. And these posts, my latest idea is that all of these posts could be linked to the existing structures or stimuli or list items, so that we can have each of the AI helper write something interesting about each biomarker and each stimuli program. And so in the biomarker page, we could have some links to some writings. And I think it could greatly expand what we can do with the app, because, for instance, okay, this is very interesting. So other this kind of content could be linked to some specific biomarkers. And when you are on this biomarker, for instance, if you test vitamin B12 from the stimuli or from list items, you could have a link to this article. Could be interesting.
I agree.
That's amazing. I love that idea.
Yeah.
Especially with the heart picture that you had there.
And when you are interested in the herbalist, for instance, you can just follow, and you will get the herbalist news first into your feed. If you are interested in, I don't know, holistic dent, I will try and find some in English. I can just refresh, probably. It will come in English. Yeah, okay. No, it's still in French. Okay, sorry for that. Anyway, so you can start. You can choose to follow the helpers exactly like you would choose to follow some pros. So each time you write something, you have a button to follow you here. And so the idea is that only pros can write in this social network, but every user can comment and reply, share, and follow you, of course. But I think linking all of these writings to some to all of the content that we have into the app could be really, really powerful, because you will get a lot of information that will be targeted to exactly what you need to know at the moment that you are looking at a specific biomarker. Okay.
It just keeps getting brighter.
Yes. Anybody has something to add? Or maybe we can just stop here.
It was very quiet today.
Yes, for once we will do
Which means
a regular size webinar and not an extended webinar. Usually I say, you know what, Mikhail? Usually I say, okay, I'm stopping recording, and at that point you come and you say something extraordinary that for half an hour.
No, I want to praise you because I think the idea is great. What I like the idea, Mederic, that you say, and also Stephen, that you say, okay, now we want to fix all the bugs.
DJ, you're muted.
DJ?
I will mute him. No, it's okay.
Okay, now coming back. Now I like the idea that we really fix all the bugs, any little big one, small one.
Yeah,
So otherwise we cannot sell it properly. And
I agree.
I think this is a result of talking with Stephen on Wednesday 15 times or 20 times, like no more box. And so we find everything,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, but doing it with you is really super valuable for us. With you, I mean, with you, all of our users, that we can do one-to-one with you, and we can see how you use the app, and it's usually not exactly in the same way that we use it. So you have some bugs that you go around since months, and we didn't see it because we don't use this exact path and so on. So it's super useful.
So one-to-one is really, when I heard that, I said, okay, right track.
Yeah, so thank you. And everybody that wants to do one-to-one with us, just send a message with Steven, and he's very happy to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I think that's all for me.
All right.
Well, okay. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What will
That was an easy one. Holy.
Laura? Yeah, okay, we're not off the hook yet. Yeah, Dan.
I'm gonna. Can I know we're still in the thing, but maybe